Before I get into this video, I just want to read a quote from Ben Roethlisberger on his podcast Football with Ben a few weeks back that really describes Mike Tomlin and what he has brought to this team. So stay with me, there's going to be more in this video, but I just want to read you this quote first. I thought it was really great. Here it is. They were led by a general that did a great job of leading them, and the guys, they bought in. You have to buy in to what a man's selling, and we all know Coach Tomlin is a great salesman. I thought the team did a great job of buying into what a great leader sold them. In all my years with Coach Tomlin, he never wavered. He never changed. In the midst of the storm, he stayed the course. And sometimes it would almost maybe drive you nuts. As a veteran guy, like, come on, coach, give us something else. But I think that's who he is. You go into his office and he has books on leadership, from Navy SEALs to 5-star Navy generals and all kinds of stuff. He really takes pride in leadership. I think he does a great job of it. Whether you love him or hate him, is he perfect at everything? No. Are there things you'd say, I wish he would change a bit? Sure. But we all have stuff we would change about anybody. So, that's the quote from Big Ben on Mike Tomlin. And I saved that directly for this video. I could have used it weeks back when he first said it, describing Mike Tomlin, but I knew Mike T, he would get the job done, get a winning record, and we would have to make this video about it. 17 consecutive seasons. So I saved it for this video, and I believe it fit the theme perfect. What do you know? Mike Tomlin, he did it again. After all the ups and downs throughout this season, with the offense being terrible, the whole injuries happening, Mike Tomlin, he has another winning season under his belt. And now it is 17 consecutive years of never having a losing season to start his NFL coaching career. So, Mike Tomlin, he came in to the NFL in 2007, and now it's 2024, but the 2023 season is happening, and it's been 17 consecutive seasons in which Mike Tomlin never had a losing season and always had either a tied record or now a winning record. So, Mike Tomlin, he is third all-time in consecutive years without a losing record. Right now, he is only behind Tom Landry, who was with Dallas for the duration of his run, and also that was 21 consecutive non-losing seasons. And Bill Belichick, he's second all-time with the New England Patriots from 2001 to 2019, standing at 19 consecutive non-losing seasons. And as of right now, obviously Mike Tomlin from 2007, like I said, to 2023, he stands at 17 consecutive non-losing seasons. But his is the longest to start the NFL head coaching career. So congratulations to Mike Tomlin. And now let's get more into it. So, I know what a lot of you are going to say in the comments. Well, yes, he has a winning record, but when was the last time they won a game in the playoffs or won a Super Bowl or at least did far in the playoffs and did good outside of just having that winning record? And that should not be the standard, just to have a winning record and not do more than that. But that's where it starts. It starts having a winning record, and then when you get to the playoffs, then you win. Because that's obviously it won't happen. You can't make the playoffs unless you have a winning record. And we all know at least every single season with Mike Tomlin, or every single season we knew we were at least getting 8 wins. And now, since the games switched to 17 games instead of 16, you look at it and you know at least we're going to get 9 wins and have a winning record and at least have a chance to make the playoffs. It gives you a little bit of hope as the Steelers fans, knowing that over the last 17 years, we're going to have a chance to make the playoffs every single year. We might not have a team that we know, okay, we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, but we knew we're at least going to have a chance to almost make the playoffs or make it and then fight through, and we could see our team have success. So even though Mike Tomlin, we look at it and we're looking and we're seeing we have not had a playoff win since I believe like 2016 or something like that. You look at it, yes, that did not happen, but it all starts with a winning record. but that should not be just the standard. I agree. We need to start winning playoff games, and we need to make a playoff push. And hopefully that starts this year, winning this last game and having some stuff happen. So, one more thing I want to talk about is Mike Tomlin getting it through, finding a way how to win no matter what. You look at this season, you could look at last season, you could look at their offense the last however many years, and it's been terrible. And yes, you could blame that on Mike Tomlin, saying he picked Matt Canada's offense coordinator and he picked his quarterback after Big Ben, and he's been kind of making bad decisions on who to start, starting Mitchell Trubisky instead of starting Mason Rudolph. Yes, you could say that, but you could look at it like this as well. Even though the Steelers' offense has been averaging 16 points per game this season and then dropping even lower to 14 points per game at one point, the Steelers still found a way how to win games and put themselves in this position. Who would have thought a team averaging 14 points, 16 points per game is going to have a chance to make the playoffs at the end of the year? But the Steelers have a winning record. They have a 9-7 record, and they have a chance to get that 10-win season. And yes, you could say the Steelers should not even be in this position if they just won the game against the New England Patriots or won the game against Arizona Cardinals. I get that. I get it. Mike Tomlin made a bad decision starting Mitchell Trubisky instead of starting Mason Rudolph, and the team could have been in a way better situation. But who would even have thought that we would even have a chance to make the playoffs? This offense has been terrible. The Steelers have been dealt with injuries all season. Their main guys have missed time. Cameron Heyward missed half the season. Deontay Johnson missed 4 games to start the season. Macus Patrick missed however many games. So many. Their whole safety position is basically done. Their inside linebacker group is depleted. 3 guys out for season basically, unless Elandon Roberts comes back. But the Steelers, they still find a way. They're in the playoff hunt. They have 1 more game remaining. They have things to happen. I'll describe how they can make the playoffs, certain scenarios in a future video, but who would have thought they would even have a chance? But with Mike Tomlin at the head coaching helm, you know that Steelers always have a chance, and it always seems as though, even though it's a bad team and they should have no chance of making the playoffs, it comes down to last week, and there's always that final hope of the Steelers winning a game and hoping the team loses. How many times has this happened in the past where a bad team makes the playoffs? Usually bad teams don't make the playoffs, but with the Steelers in a very, very hard conference and a very hard division, they find a way how to do it. They're in a division with the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals. And yes, the Bengals have been dealt with quarterback injuries. Same with the Browns, but their defense is what carries them. And that's what's happening with the Steelers right now. Their defense is carrying them, and now their offense has started playing better. And they're in a conference with the Chiefs. They're in a conference with the Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills. They're in a conference with all these high-powered teams, and the Steelers with this offense and this depleted defense have a chance to make the playoffs over the Bills. It just goes to the coaching of Mike Tomlin and the team to just find a way how to win. Yes, you could say Mike Tomlin gets out-coached in some scenarios, but at the end of the day, we still find a way how to win. And that's all that matters in this league. Hopefully, we can make the playoffs and have 1 more season where we're trying to win a playoff game. And I believe if we do make the playoffs, some players are going to come back more healthy. This offense is rolling right now, and we might actually have a chance to win a game in the playoffs. But Mike Tomlin, like Big Ben said, going back to his quotes, because I never even spoke on my thoughts about those quotes. I just read that one quote and then left it at the beginning of the video, but allow me just to go over it really quickly. Big Ben, he's been with Mike Tomlin almost his whole career. He was with Bill Cowher to start his career, obviously, but Mike Tomlin took over in 2007. I believe that's 3 years into Big Ben's career. So he's been with basically Mike Tomlin his whole career. He's seen him grow as a head coach, from a rookie head coach all the way into his 18th season. And then retirement, obviously. So you see him grow, and obviously Mike Tomlin, Big Ben is talking about his words and saying how sometimes you wish you could change him and tell him that he could give you more. But that's just Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin gives you those simple quotes. You might not like it. He just gives you statements, and you have to be guessing what he's talking about. But that's what Mike Tomlin does. He builds off of leadership. He wants to lead you. He's a player's coach. And you heard that all the time. He's a player's coach. The players love him and they feed off of him because he gives you that energy. He gives you that belief. Usually some coaches are an offensive guru, defensive guru. Yes, Mike Tomlin came in. He's been an offensive player in his past, but he came in as a defensive guy. He came in a guy who could build with leadership and someone who the players really like and trust. And that's why he's been so successful, because he gets the players to buy in. Yes, there's outrages with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, George Pickens sometimes, and some players turn. But at the end of the day, Mike Tomlin gets through all of that. He gets through all that noise and still finds a way how to win games. And Big Ben said it the best. His leadership is what drives him, and that's what he's all about, leadership. So that's what the Steelers needed, and that's what Mike Tomlin delivered for these past 17 years, and that's why he's a third person right now in NFL history with the most non-losing seasons in a row, and the most all-time to start a coaching career. So congratulations to Mike Tomlin, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about Mike Tomlin. I know some of you want him fired, some of you don't, some of you believe that he's way past it and the Steelers should change coaches because he just has not been able to get the job done in the playoffs. And once again, I understand that. I understand the Steelers need to win, and I've been frustrated before too, wanting Mike Tomlin to be gone, wanting him fired. But let me know your thoughts if it still sticks now. Or do you believe he could still be the coach of the future? Just a few weeks back, many people were calling for his job. Now people love him. But let me know your thoughts and if you want him fired or not. Do you want him returning next season? Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like Steelers content and analysis reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for the channel as well, so you get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video. I post every single day, so to stay tuned for every Steelers news and to get it right away, turn on notifications, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.